Hi everybody, welcome to Tri-State Zombie Response. Today we're going to be talking about bug out bags or get home bags, whatever you want to call it. They're pretty much the same thing. I'm going to talk about just the basics of what you need to start off with. These are your essential things that you need to have in your basic bag. Okay. The first thing we're going to talk about, the very most important thing, you cannot live without this, is water. Now, I carry at least 2 bottles of water. This should be enough to get me home from wherever I need to get. Really, some bug out bags are made for 3 days of survival. Obviously, 2 bottles of water are not going to last me for 3 days. So I probably should add some more water. But water is one of the important things you need to have in your bag. The second most important thing is food. Now, this is just kind of a representative of some things that you can carry. I carry some beef jerky, Pop-Tarts, you can carry granola bars, anything that's going to last a while and doesn't require cooking. Beef jerkies are really good for giving you protein, which will help you with energy and stuff like that. Now, the third thing we're going to talk about is extra clothing. Now here, I carry an extra pair of jeans, some socks, boxers, a short sleeve shirt, and a long sleeve shirt. Also, not pictured here is an extra pair of shoes, preferably tennis shoes, something comfortable. Hiking boots, if your feet are used to that, that would be great. But make sure it's something comfortable. Make sure you plan for weather changes. I have a short sleeve shirt and a long sleeve shirt, and I also carry around a light jacket and a fleece, so depending on the weather. Now, something else I want to talk about is shelter. Now, I don't have a tent here or anything like that, but what I do have is a poncho, and that way if it's raining I can at least try to stay somewhat dry until I can find some shelter if I have to. Something you can carry around with you. You don't want to carry around a big heavy tent in your bag, but you can grab, a handful, 3, 4, 5 of those big heavy duty construction type black trash bags and a roll of duct tape. Now, I do have a roll of duct tape. You can then cut the trash bags and make a makeshift shelter, and you'll be really surprised at how well those black trash bags will protect you from the elements. They'll actually keep you warm, they'll keep you dry, so that's something you can consider. Now, something else that we need to talk about is going to be a first aid kit. Now, I have just a basic first aid kit here that fits in my bag. I've added an emergency blanket with it and an ace bandage. In my bug out vehicle, which is on another video, I have a more extensive first aid kit that I carry, so if I needed to, I could grab that first aid kit as well. It's got a lot more stuff in it. So, but you need to have at least a basic first aid kit. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is basic gear. Now, I know it might sound a little redundant, but this kind of just covers anything and everything that you really will need. Flashlights. I carry 2 flashlights with an extra set of batteries. I also carry a whistle right there, a lighter, pad and pen, and a pencil. I have an automatic pencil I carry with me. That little medicine ball right there is crammed full of cotton balls, and just below it you can see this is a striker. Works really well for getting fire started. I have rubber bands, I have zip ties, earplugs. And, you don't think about that, but what if you're in an area where there's air raid sirens going off, or a lot of police sirens or whatever? Those are really going to come in handy. I carry an assortment of different pocket knives and pocket utility knives. I like this one here. It actually has a fork and a spoon on it, so I can eat with. Speaking of eating, cookware, I have a fold-up collapsible cookware set right there. I even carry an emergency crank radio. I've already done a review on this on another video of mine. I absolutely love it. This thing will not only is it a radio, but it is a flashlight, and it will charge my cell phone if I need it. You know, so I also carry around a survivor knife. It's got the compass on it and all the stuff in the handle. So that's just some basic gear. Now something I added that's not really basic, but I also carry around a gas mask with a filter. My family carries one in their bug out bags as well, because you never know what the situation is going to be of why you're needing to bug out. So the last thing we're going to talk about is weapons. Now, it doesn't matter if you are pro-gun, anti-gun, you know, when the time comes and it all hits the fan, you are going to need to protect yourself one way or another. You say, yeah, well, you got all these knives and everything, you got that big old survival knife and everything else, but it goes back to the old adage, you don't bring a knife to the gunfight. So I carry around my 9mm with an extra clip at all times. Even when it's not with my bug out bag, I always carry that around. So you need to make sure that you are ready for whatever comes. As far as the bag I'm carrying around, I found this in a thrift store. It is great. I paid $2 for it. It's got pockets everywhere inside. It's got all kinds of stuff. What I did, I even added on a knife so when it's over my shoulder I can grab it real quickly. I added on some carabiner clips, some other clips, so I can add more stuff if I need to, and it's really comfortable, like I said. So you don't have to go out and buy brand spanking new bags. Just go to thrift stores or garage sales or whatever and find whatever you need. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them.